Welcome back to the show, Adam. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Steven. How are you?
I cannot complain. It's Monday, like you said, but we're here. How was your
Yeah,
weekend?
it was good. The weather was finally, it wasn't the best, but it's finally kind of ending that cold streak. So, got outside and got some sun while I could.
All right. I'll let y'all take it away. Movie reviews.
Sure thing. So I saw a few features or a few different things this weekend. The first one I want to talk about is Two Distant Strangers. This is one that Chike saw and reviewed a little while back, and it also just won an Oscar for Best Short Film, which I think it well deserved. And I haven't seen the other contenders, but for anyone who's unfamiliar, it is a story about this black man in New York that is going to go feed his dog, and he gets killed by this white cop, and it's a time loop. So he keeps getting killed, and he has to find a way out of the situation. It's 30 minutes long. It's great. It's on Netflix. If you need something quick to watch, definitely check it out. The next film I saw was the big release.
Hold on.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that too.
Oh, how did you like it?
So you're saying response? I mean, it was like you couldn't find a way to get past this cop, but I think it touched on a lot of different things without saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
Yeah, it did a lot, and also it's not an ending you think will happen, which I thought was great. So, yeah, highly recommend. And it was an easy watch again.
I had to pause for that one.
Yeah, no worries. I know we're short of time, so I was just trying to power through things. I will talk about the big release of this weekend, Mortal Kombat. And for anyone unfamiliar, this is based on the video game from the 90s, or originally released in the 90s, and kind of the film. It's not the same universe, but the film series from the 90s as well. And it follows the story of these fighters that are going to be part of this Mortal Kombat tournament, which is a battle between the two different realms, the Earth realm and I think the Shadow realm. Anyway, it's really just a vessel for you to watch martial arts fight scenes and things like that. And for me, I thought it was a miss. I had low expectations, kind of like with Kong versus Godzilla, and this one felt like a little bit too slow in the story. I wanted to see more of the fights. I'm watching this movie for the fights. I'm not worried about the dialogue or the story, which is both kind of, I thought was kind of bad. They introduced a character that's not even in the games. They just did a few different things that kind of and I hate trying to grab my phone while watching a movie, because then that's like a sign that I'm being distracted, or that I'm easily distracted, and that happened to me a few times in this movie when it wasn't the fight scenes. So it was kind of a miss for me. I wanted a little more, but that was the big hit for the weekend. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, Chike, or not.
I did, and it's not on my list to even review.
Good. Yeah, I will say again, I'm not spoiling too much because it is kind of an action movie. A lot of complaints, but one is that they don't even have the tournament in the movie. This is like a prequel, and they're like really trying to set it up for a whole series of movies, and you see that at the end, and I was a little disappointed in that. And of course, I was also disappointed that they didn't play the song until the end.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's the movie. If you want to get people hyped up, you start the movie with that song, or you put it somewhere in the middle and get them all excited. So,
yeah.
And then the only final thing on my list is a new Netflix series called Shadow and Bone, and it's based on a fantasy adventure novel series. So far, a few episodes in, and it's really fun. It's kind of a world where it's they got normal humans, but they also got these kind of people with that know magic and can control certain parts of the element. And there's this whole big geopolitical thing going on in this world. And this girl discovers that she may have the powers that are needed to help save this realm. And of course, everyone's kind of using her politically, and people are trying to take her out and things like that. But so far, it's a fun adventure. I like it a lot. And if you're looking for kind of a fun fantasy series, definitely check it out. It's on Netflix.
Cool. I saw a film on Amazon. It's called Misguided Behavior. It stars Carl Payne, and I will say Carl Payne from Cole from Martin. He's different in this movie. Check him out. Clifton Powell and Tawanda Braxton. Misguided Behavior. It follows the story of a teenager who is bullied in high school, and it opens up the story to the other students in the high school and how the bullying has an effect on the entire school. And there's a climatic ending, which I don't want to give it away, but it definitely is connected to the bullying and how bullying can affect the school. I will say this about the film. Production wise, it is not the best, but the story is so good. It kept me watching it, even though the production wasn't the best. Because normally, if I watch a film and the production is horrible, I'm like off with it. Like I can't deal. But this made me forge through. It's definitely the story is worth watching. So definitely check it out. It's on Amazon. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. Definitely check that out. And I just want to shout out a couple of other things that debuted this weekend. There's a new series on HBO called Mayor of Easttown. That is pretty good. It stars Kate Winslet. It is about a small town. Kate Winslet is kind of like a local star. She was on the basketball team who became the top detective in the city. And she now has a murder to check out. And now there's a new murder that she has to check out. I see why this woman wins awards. Her acting ability is off the chain. Definitely check this out. It's called Mayor of Easttown on HBO. Check out that Invincible animated series on Amazon. If you like The Boys, which is live action, it's kind of similar about dealing with heroes, but it's gritty. It's not like your regular cartoon. It's gritty, it's dirty, it's cussing, there's sex, there's blood. Check it out. It's not for the children. It's for the adults. And the Amazon series called Them. I cannot stress it. I'll say this: it is Amazon's top series right now. Check it out. It's called Them. I don't want to say too much more about
Steven
it.
had other opinions, I think, on it.
I thought it was really good. I just know sometimes it's hard to watch.
Well, it is hard to watch, and it can be kind of confusing if you don't follow it. You have to follow it. If you go away to get something to drink and you miss.
A lot.
Yeah. So definitely stay up on that. It is worth watching. And it's odd. It's a little different. It's a little abstract, but it's good. Yeah. And the HBO new series called The Nevers. It's kind of like a fantasy. There's a happening that happens. You don't know exactly what happens, but all the women are forever changed. And they're called on the show. I think they're called that they're touched. They have special abilities. They become mutants, and all the men fear them. Definitely check this out. It is action. There's mystery, and there's a plot that I will not give away, but definitely check that out. That's all I have.
Thanks.
All right. Well, guys, as always, thank you.
Wait, no Oscar talk, I guess, eh?
Oh, yeah, because we talked about it in the hot topics, but Adam, what was your thoughts on last night's Oscars?
I saw the hot topic questions. So first of all, I was actually I wasn't too surprised about most of the stuff I wanted to win won. Like I said, Two Distant Strangers.
Your movie won, Adam. Nomadland. Your movie won.
And that wasn't my movie. Actually, I was hoping. So my pick for Best Picture would have been either Judas and the Black Messiah or Sound of Metal. I liked them both better than Nomadland. Okay. But I knew as soon as the director won for Chloe Zhao won for Best Director that they were going to lock her in. And I will say Nomadland was well directed. I mean, looking at kind of the competitors on the Best Director list, I don't disagree with that. I was happy to see, I guess, Yu Jung-yeon win Minari. She did a really great job in that movie. I didn't think that movie was Best Picture worthy, but she did a great job. Daniel Kaluuya, of course, did a great job. Another Round, that international film, it's on my list. I do want to watch it. It's about a group of men, teachers in their 40s that decide to keep a blood alcohol content of 0.05 throughout their days and lives to see if they can operate efficiently and more optimally. And of course, they decide, it's an interesting premise, and they decide, well, what if we add a little more alcohol to our lives? And then, of course, things kind of spiral out of there. But, what would you do if that's how you want to live your life? So very interesting. Soul won, of course. I figured that was a lock. So I'm excited for that and for original score. So yeah, really the only thing that threw me off was Nomadland, and also again I don't watch the Oscars, but that whole snafu where you could tell, and people were saying this is how the Academy doesn't know who's going to win, because you could tell that the Academy thought Chadwick was going to win, and it didn't happen, and that's why you kind of keep to your script on making an Oscar and keeping Best Picture last, because you never know what's going to happen, and
even Anthony Hopkins, he didn't even show up because he didn't think he was going to win.
Exactly. So, and then you got Questlove like awkwardly like, well, that's it. Bye, everyone. So,
what do you think about the setup at the train station?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, it was at a train station. It was the smallest audience in history, of course, because of COVID. But
interesting. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's fun to read about them later. I don't have time to watch them, but I know there was a lot of snafus for this one. It's apparently the lowest Oscars in like TV history. So I'm sure they'll figure things out. But yeah, I think a lot of people who won deserved it.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll be right back after this.
Thanks.